Blowing across Nigeria is the wind of hope as Africa's young entrepreneurs with the same dream take a break from their everyday lives and embark on a journey across the nation with their innovations and inventions.
These are equations. You can't find them anywhere in the world. It's an invention.
From the east, west, north, and south of Nigeria, we will witness as they make their way through the screening and auditioning to meet and convince the A.Y.E judges why they should be among the chosen beneficiaries. Meet the judges. Stephen Reed has been in the entrepreneurial ecosystem for 27 years. His company, ENN Africa, partners with radio broadcasters to provide entrepreneurial content across Africa. Rayliat Oyetunde is the CEO consultant at Prince Salt Global Consulting Limited. She is also the Chief Operating Officer of GEM Factor. Tiamara Williams hails from New Zealand. She has spent years developing and delivering a leadership program to disadvantaged youth in Africa. She has also designed personal development program for entrepreneurs.
When you're a creative, you actually have to become a leader. So you have to be very clear about who you are.
Zunad Ahmad is an experienced learning consultant and business advisor with more than 2 decades in sales and public education experience, as well as financial services. And meet the A.Y.E president, Sumi Smart Francis, a serial entrepreneur and investor.
You have the basis of business. Your product is nice and you can sell. On that note, we have no excuse but to support you.
Hello Africa, welcome to the world of A.Y.E.
Africa's young entrepreneurs.
Joy, I'm seeing so many contestants developing cold feet. Do you think they're up to the challenge?
Well, let us see if these guys really have what it takes to be an A.Y.E.
Ekene Okafor is an online pharmaceutical entrepreneur seeking for a business grant.
We are focusing on a system, an online system that has to do with technology. A good website where every shop owner, every pharmacy shop owner can easily and on their own convenience order for these drugs from the industries.
Why would I order from you and have to pay a premium when the rep will come to me and take my order and I don't have to pay the premium?
I buy like this before. Now you say I should come like this, then go like that. Why? Why this?
The future of PharmaConnect is to produce a platform where access to only quality drugs from the industry will be made.
You want to be the new sales go between the pharmaceutical company and the pharmacist. That's your business pitch. And that is a good idea. Damn good idea.
Did you think you got the grant from A.Y.E?
Yes, we do.
We all love your idea. We think it's a brilliant idea. We're not just going to support it. We think we're going to coach you and mentor you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
And now, let's meet Zion Okpo, a brave entrepreneur seeking assistance to grow his school.
Tell us about your idea and how you think we want us to be part of it.
Okay. I provide quality education for poor communities in Delta State. And what I do basically is to leverage on technology. I hope to leverage on technology to provide that quality education. We're already doing the manual one with our teachers on ground for poor communities in Delta State for a very minimum amount. Like, you know, the school fees is low, so we're trying to see that everybody, especially the out-of-school children in the Ejeba community, gets education.
Nigeria has 10.5 million out-of-school children, the highest number in the world. About 60% of those children are girls, and most of them live in the north of the country. 1 out of every 3 primary school-aged children is out of school, and roughly 1 out of every 4 junior secondary school-aged children is out of school, according to UNICEF.
what I want now is actually money to get teaching aids. Number two, I want to get chairs. I want to get furniture. And I also want to get 1 or 2 computers because, like I said, I want to leverage on technology. These children, most of them have never seen computers before.
So, and it will go towards equipment, a library and chairs and things like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Will that increase your ability to earn from the school, or is it purely a grant to support you in your endeavour?
So, yeah, it's a grow the business.
How will it do that?
If I have more chairs, I have teaching aids, I have computers, it will make more students, and I'm doing all this service plus the skill acquisition for 5,000 naira a term. That's 3 months. You know, it will make more. News will spread in my community in Ejeba, and more students will come.
Okay, Mr. Zion,
Yes.
just give us a moment. We'll call you back in. I think he's passionate about what he's doing, but the moment he's calling it business for me, I still don't, it doesn't relate to me as business. I think this is a kind of an idea or a project that we could get a company to adopt as a CSR.
That's what I feel.
It's not a business. The more he keeps calling it business and profit, with what he's doing, it's not making sense for me. You know, you can't be doing.
I quite understand where he's coming from. I know where he's talking about. It's, you know, I asked first, what was the age bracket of the people, right? These children are children who their parents don't actually give them the foundation and just push them into primary school from age 6. And there are millions of them. So if you're going by equation, I think you should have like 10 to 1. So what it is that he just needs support.
Everyone doesn't have the passion he has. So I think when he talks about upscaling, he also needs to look at his fee structure, make it affordable, but also make it realistic so that he can pay his teachers more.
Zion boldly steps out. He looks determined, hoping to get a solution.
I didn't get the business part of it, but Alibaba and Mr. Reed has made it, they shed some light and I get some understanding more into it, which I think that we believe that the market is there. We made it very clear that there's a lot of people out there like looking for this opportunity. And I think what we wanted more was the expansion. And I think Mr. Zunai will conclude by probably offering you advice on how you need to scale up. And you have our support.
This is not a charity case. I don't want it to be seen as that. You also need to be realistic and work out your running expenses and pay your teachers realistic salaries. Because the worst thing to happen is you're running a lovely school and a teacher leaves. You know the story. The good teachers always leave first.
I mean, I know online there are organisations who give books to libraries in Africa. Get hold of that. You know, get a sister school who's affluent, who'll give you chairs or tables or whatever. You know, like really look at how you can gain from the contribution market as well as building yourself as a business.
Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Initiative is a major building block for realizing the dreams that all Africans have for our continent. It's a fantastic initiative because the way I look at it, we Africans know that we live on a continent that is beset with problems, with huge challenges, but also possesses fantastic opportunities. And we as Africans ourselves will have to develop those opportunities. We cannot sit and wait for other people to do it for us. And it has been proven over and over again that the best catalyst for development is the encouragement of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs create jobs, they create wealth, and they contribute enormously to the development of their countries and their economies.
Sometimes having the right idea is not enough without knowing the best approach to turn your idea into reality. Meet Albright Edets, a mechatronic systems fabricator.
My name is Albright Edets, and I'm a mechatronics engineer. And presently, I'm also a classroom teacher. Why mechatronics? Mechatronics because it has the capacity to provide solutions when you have a keen eye to actually look at the problems.
Despite a non-existent mechatronics industry in Nigeria, the demand for safety and comfort in vehicles has led to a global boom in mechatronics.
What I have here is an automated student attendance system because I'm a classroom teacher and I saw that they take attendance manually, and the school where I work is in the north. There are plenty of insecurities in the country, which we know. So I actually came up with this because if they're able to use this device, swipe, it will take an attendance on a software also designed to work with this, and at the same time send a text message home to tell the parents where their kids are. That's way it takes care of anxiety and security. So in my hands here, there are two cards here. One is registered and the other one is not registered. The registered one, when you swipe, it will show you a green light, which means go, and sends a message. And the other one that is not registered, when you swipe, it will show you a red light and not do anything. And I've also done a solar tracking system. Why solar tracking system? We have a lot of solar harvesters like solar panels, concentrators, solar water heaters. And they are only efficient when the sun is directly overhead. And after that, it is the ambience of the sun that feeds its power. But with a solar tracking system, it will continue to carry your payload and orient it directly to the sun at all times. And I did that as a project, which actually we're using one as a prototype for academic demonstration in the university where I finished my postgraduate. This is already a product. If I can design a thing like this, I should be able to finish it and case it well and make money out of it. This device uses a SIM card. I can talk to telecommunication companies. I can sell to schools. The money will come in. And if I have a center, because I asked A.Y.E to give me equipment, if I have a center, I'll be able to teach people and do a lot of things.
Just that we're still waiting for your test message. And if my son has been in school for the past 30 minutes, or probably you're here for 10 minutes, and your message is coming after 20 minutes, then either your machine or my son will be lying. So give us a minute. Let's talk about this invention, and let's talk about what you need.
Albright, he's got lots of lovely ideas. What he needs maybe is a business manager, like all the young inventors we've seen. And I also like his wanting to train people.
Albright's hope lies in proving his innovation. But to his disappointment, there is still no message.
Because what I would suggest, and he doesn't need a 3D printer, he just needs one beautiful cover made for him, right? It can be out of anything and paint, it doesn't matter. And to go to one of the cell phone companies and partner with them that every single SIM card comes from them.
It's not that easy in Nigeria. Yeah? It's even partnership and networking and partnering, especially with big companies like that. I understand where this guy is coming from. He's A.Y.E, he's African young entrepreneur, and I know the challenge he's facing when he's in business networking.
But I didn't hear a business. I didn't hear a business.
I
So
invented.
he needs someone who is a business person and get together and begin to think about a business, because there wasn't one.
What's the KVA that your school is running on now, the solar stuff you worked on?
No, I didn't actually build. I built a prototype for the school.
Okay,
I only built the system, not...
Okay, the system, what is it working on?
The system is supposed to carry the solar panel and follow just to track the sun.
The school is using it right now.
Yes, the school using it.
Does it do 12 hours after the sun has gone down till the night?
The tracking system?
Yeah.
The tracking system follows the sun continually. On the program, it is written that when the radiance of the sun falls below about 5 decibel, it should return facing the east to catch the rising sun.
Okay.
So it practically follows the sun until it drops below 5 lumen.
Here's my feedback. I really like you. I don't know why, I'm still trying to figure out why. But I think it's because I see you as a very good lecturer and a trainer. And I think that's the business in you. Your training aspect. And you say you need computers for training. Immediately that was like a yes, approved in my mind. And if you look at this mechatronic, and do training in that. There's a gap in Nigeria in that. There are few schools that would offer that kind of training and all this knowledge that you have. If you design a specialized school for that, there are lots of parents that their kids are now playing with robotic things and you don't understand why this child is like this, and we just throw it to Albright Academy. There are lots of kids like that. If you can find a business in that regard, we are willing to support you. A.Y.E is willing to support you with your computers for training and everything like that. On that note, thank you very much, and we'll hear from you.
African young entrepreneurs. In my view, this is one of the most innovative ideas coming out of Africa because it addresses perhaps the most crucial issue in African economic development, which is how to leverage on knowledge, creativity, and innovation to leapfrog ahead, or at least to be at par with many of the developed economies within the shortest possible time. The evidence shows that the dramatic Asian economic turnaround of the last 2 decades was the result of entrepreneurial innovation and creativity within an incrementally conducive business environment. So the role of government and its regulatory agencies is also important, especially in ensuring ease of doing business and providing incentives for entrepreneurial activity. The Nigerian government is committed to playing this role actively, and this is why we fully identify with and encourage A.Y.E's objectives.
It's CIA, the heartbeat of the show.
Come to see a young lady named Modupe, who's a fashion designer. She owns a fashion outlet over here. She makes kiddies clothes. And I'm just hoping I meet something that's going to just end my day on a positive note. Come over here, come over here. So what kind of fashion exactly are you into?
We make children's clothes.
Okay.
Dresses with designs.
Okay.
We have some, you can see some on the line.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then we still have some, they have different types, different fabrics.
How long have you been in this business for?
2 years.
Just 2 years. Congratulations. You're doing well. I like it. I like it very much. So you didn't ask for any funds, just machines?
No. That's what I'm saying right now. While I filled the form, I actually wanted machines. I wanted machines. But while I was now discussing with the consultant, she said, right now the machines you have can produce whatever.
So are you telling me that you want to change what is in your form from machines to physical cash?
Well, even if I don't get the cash, if I can get a store, physical store.
But you've already filled your form.
Yeah.
How do you want to go about that?
I don't know, but it's okay.
Okay, I'll give you a tip. The email for the forms for the organization where you normally respond to, send them a mail, put your references, put your numbers, put everything you've asked for, and change your request. Do that, and then maybe when they call you back for your screening or your audition phase, maybe you can then pitch and then let them know that this is what you asked for, because I think you have something fantastic going on here. Well, we've just finished talking to Ms. Modupe, a young fashion designer. When I see young women who are inspired and who are creative as well, what can I say? Is it a legit business? Absolutely legit business. She's doing great, and I hope she gets the grant that she needs from the A.Y.E organization.
Next is an entrepreneur with an interesting and unusual proposal. Kenneth is here seeking an 8 million naira grant to empower others.
My name is Kenneth Sidemudia. The name of my business is called Self-Empowerment Scheme, and we have that slogan, uplifting your business. What we are into is this. We give a pre-loan training to women, the economically active ones in the society, although they are somewhat financially excluded. So what we normally do is this: we give them a preload training, 4 weeks preload training. For example, a woman having a shop at the front of his house, or a woman having a shop, a petty shop at the market. We give them a preload training on how to manage their liquidity and how to manage their resources. It's a 4 weeks preload training. After this preload training is done, these women, they are separated in cells or group, a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 40. So once we carry out the preload training, the group, they stand as a guarantors for themselves. Mostly, our product is mostly for women. For example, I give a woman 100,000 naira, and the cost of service is 36,000 naira for 8 months. So if you divide it, 136 for 8 months, it becomes 17 on a monthly basis. Then if you narrow it down by 4, it becomes 4,250 on a weekly basis. So these things, the repayment becomes easy and soft for them. And this repayment is done mostly inside the market and even in their living room.
Is this business in operation?
Yes, sir.
For how long?
I've done that for 2 years.
Which fund have you been using?
Individual donors, they come in.
How much has come in so far from the investors?
So far, the highest money I've gotten is, I think, 800 to 900.
How do you make money?
I give it at the rate of 3.5%. 3.5%.
So you charge interest?
It's cost of service, sir.
Sorry, you charge the cost of service?
Cost of service.
Right.
Because we go there.
Are you asking for a loan or a grant?
A grant, sir.
So you want free money to be able to give out again with the cost of service. Is that what you're saying?
I've been doing it all alone. But now I'm asking for a grant. I'm going to take in more powers.
Are you a registered loan provider?
No, sir.
So how do you grant loans then?
Good. What we normally, is kind of an NGO. That's what we are into. We give them this training.
A kind of NGO or an NGO?
NGO. We give them this training. Once we give them the training,
what's this training about?
We train them on how to manage their resources, how to set up a good business. If you're not in the right business, we give you the right business. Madam, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? You own a shop already.
Who designed your curriculum?
Sir?
Who has designed your workshops, your curriculum? Has it been designed by you?
The module.
The module. Okay, the preload manual, the preload training manual. Yeah. I did it myself.
What are the subjects in it? What and what do you teach? Financial management, sourcing of funds, customer understanding. What are your
courses?
Okay. The courses of the modules. Okay. Actually, our aim and objective is this. In the module, we have aims and objectives. Our focus is this. 1, to help in eliminating poverty.
Mr. Kenneth.
Sir.
Your business is self-empowerment scheme.
Yes, sir.
I think you want to empower yourself.
No, and others too.
Okay. This is what you do for me. Go and think about what I'm saying while I think about what the judges think about you. Is that okay? Please give us a moment.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
What about what you said?
Yeah.
I wanted to go on him on that, but it's clear. You're asking for 8 million naira grant.
To do what? Did he tell us what he wanted to spend it on?
Yeah. You know how to go and take money, but you don't want to take it as a loan. You want to take it as a grant, but you want to use that money to make money.
But did we find out what he's going to spend it on?
Yeah, to give the money. You want to collect the money to disperse the money.
He wants.
For us.
He wants to take the money to lend it.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
He said he's been doing it for a bit. Right? What's the failure rate?
Okay. The failure rate is 8 million naira because he needs a grant, not a loan.
I think we should bring him back so that Ali Baba can ask him that question. It's very important. And while you ask him that, it's also important that, because all these loan sharks always have this recovery strategy. Let's ask him what strategy they have.
That's what
for me.
How many people have you empowered since you started?
I've empowered up to like 120 women.
What's the failure rate of the 120 million? 120 women?
120. Actually, it's a win-win situation.
No. When I say failure rate, how many have not been able to pay back?
Okay, good. That's why I said it's a win-win situation.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to explain that. I don't know these women before. It's just like going to a community, you share flyers. You tell them we are organizing a workshop. After training, if you want a loan, you obtain your loan. Then these people, they form a cell.
So you have a 20-women capsule,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And 3 of them failed to pay.
Yes, sir.
How do you...
Good. The 3 that failed to pay, those women, The rest women, they help to pay for that woman.
What I'm hearing is the other women take on the burden of keeping your business sustainable. Why can you not take a loan with a cost of service fee less than what you're charging?
Less than what's I charge. Yeah, the reason why I'm kicking against taking a loan for now is this. I want to open a full branch whereby you have the health officers. Let me give you their rules. Can I give you their rules? I know my time is up.
As for me, I need to conclude. He wants to take a loan for a business that runs a loan. I don't even get it. So and he doesn't believe in a loan. Would you consider taking a loan?
Sir?
Let's ask you again. Would you consider taking a loan?
The silence is deafening. Kenneth is hesitant to commit totally to his business.
See how much you breathe. And now you have clients that are going to come to you and breathe like that in front of your office because they also need a loan for their business.
Yeah.
I don't think you are fit enough for what you are preaching.
No, why not? You can, seriously.
Then take a loan.
It's amazing how Kenneth would rather not risk his money to run his business.
If loan, I'm not scared of it. You understand? I'm not scared of it. It makes you, it aspire you, it makes you want to do more. But this is what I'm saying. I'm setting up a full-fledged branch whereby the expense, if you want to set up a branch, there's expense, you have to break even before you start making profit.
Ken. Mr. Ken, we're done. As for me, I still don't understand your business.
Your heart may be in the right place. The business model doesn't work for me at all. And your heart may be in the right place.
So we'll get back to you. Thank you very much for calling.
Next on Africa's Young Entrepreneurs.
I discovered 5 phenolic compounds. Osimumu, Ratissimo. These are equations. You can't find them anywhere in the world. It's an invention.